Three, two, one. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, once again to this amazing podcast that I have made. Hopefully, you all are having a great day because I sure know I am. Because now I get to do an episode with a really great friend of mine. This is Eddie Yeti VR right there. What's going on, Eddie?
Good a- good afternoon, everyone.
Eddie, I would like to firstly discuss how me and you met. Do you remember when we met or the earliest memory you have of me at all?
We met on VR. We met through like some mutual friends,
Mm-hmm. Names we won't
mutual friends of ours.
names we shouldn't probably discuss openly because we all know how some people
Yeah,
get. But yeah,
mutual friends of ours.
yeah. I remember when we first got into the whole mafia thing in VR. One of the first things we wanted to find out were if there were any other people doing it because when me and so started doing it more often and we were like, wait a minute, do you think there's other people doing this? And then little did we know, uh, another close friend of ours that shall not be named had her own family, and then through her we met you, and that's how we met. And can I just firstly say I thought you were the biggest badass at the time because
Well, really?
yeah, no, because everyone was talking about you. Because like, who's in charge? Eddie. Well, who's in charge of the instance? Eddie. Well, who's in charge of the Calabreses? Eddie. like, like your name was like if it was an actual 1950s era where we had families and you were just scattered around. I'm sure your name would come up at least more than once at every single bar, every single event, no matter what. Like it's Eddie here, Eddie there,
Either
Eddie's
positive,
everywhere.
yeah.
In a good way. No,
It's
in a
probably a
good way.
positive and negative.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, publicity is still publicity, whether or not it's public or negative. So your name just goes all over the
It's
place. But man,
valid.
it's crazy. You are one of the oldest people that, not oldest people, but one of the oldest friends I currently have that I've met through VR and just VR chat, and I remember. I don't actually remember. When did I tell you about my channel? Did I just randomly say it like it was no big deal, or was
It
I?
was
Yeah.
you were making like edits, and so like I knew you had a YouTube channel. You were making like edits
The
for
families
the
and
you know
stuff.
who's.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's pretty much how I knew you had a YouTube channel. And then it was a little bit after that whole scene that like you actually started taking it seriously.
Yeah. Um, I don't remember posting. I don't think I've posted any of those edits. I've just made those as a way to just like find something to cure the boredom.
You posted them like unlisted and like shared them
Oh
with us whenever
yeah.
you wanted to.
Yeah, you're right. I did do that. I did do that. But
It's all good.
I remember because this isn't the first podcast we've done before. I think I'm currently the
No.
only person you've brought onto your podcast, which was a few months ago.
Um there was a second person, but I generally just I lost all interest and then I was like, ah, bro, I just can't.
You're too busy.
There was a
You
lot going on. I just
you had a lot of
yeah.
other shit going on, yeah. But
So it's unfortunate. One day I'll bring it back, but I just was really burnt out.
yeah, but for a while, since you made that, whenever you look up my name without using the handle or anything, you find that video most of the time first, which is
Oh, that's
crazy.
cool.
Yeah, and
That's cool.
I always thought it was really nice to see that um, it's not just my video or someone else's name, Banuka, on YouTube whenever I look up my name. And it's just that it happens to be the podcast episode. Sometimes I re-listen to that to see what I sounded like and what I did, or what I expected differently. Cause
Right. Yeah, it's like varied. I've done podcasts like in the past. Like I've done two, I think, but they
hmm
got deleted from YouTube, which is a shame.
yeah, but that's just what happens sometimes. Sometimes things don't
Unfortunately, yeah.
continue. But yeah, we don't know how long this podcast is gonna last. This could be the last episode, and you don't know. So if it goes down and it's not and I have another if I don't have another episode after this, I'm gonna blame you. Like 50% of the
We go down
podcast
with the ship.
is on your shoulders now. So yeah, you're gonna come down
The
with the
the
ship with me.
captain goes down with the ship, man.
Exactly. Um, I will say, another thing I really like about you is whenever I need people and I don't have my friends and I'm online and I'm looking for people, sometimes I'll go to the Amica Nostra instances and I'll just grab you. I'll just grab you, Leo, whoever the hell else is on, and we will just film stuff. That's how we got to do the haunted asylum video with the mafia gang, which was a great video.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Can you run us by your channel real quick because you've been making content for a little over 10 years at this point, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I run a YouTube channel called Eddie Yeti, which wasn't the original name. The original name was called Ballistic HD, which is fucking cringe. Um, so I named it Eddie Yeti. I actually asked a friend for a YouTube name because my middle name is actually Edward. So I asked my friend, I think his name was Onyx. He went by the name of Onyx at the time, and his real name is Steven. So I was like, yo, like, could you just like give me a nickname that I could use for a YouTube channel? He's like, Eddie Yeti. I was like, fuck it, I'm taking it. So that's how I got the name, was just Eddie Yeti. But yeah, I've been
Nice.
making content for like 10 years. I got really inspired by Vanoss and shit and like Merc music back in the day. So
Mm-hmm.
I was in the funny moments niche. But yeah, 10 years, bro.
Yeah. And, even though you don't post as significant as, other people, you still post from time to time whenever you just, have on hand. Like
I try to.
your most recent video when you recorded our Discord call. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you know what's funny about that? I've always wanted people to record our Discord calls most of the time. Even though I know sometimes we get too comfortable and we say shit that could ruin our channels and our careers and we could end up, being homeless again.
the
I always I did
I'm
I did
oh,
enjoy that
my
video.
apologies. My apologies. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I'm notorious for doing that. Like if I feel like if the call is going in like a funny way, I'll press record. But don't worry, if you say anything incriminating, I will cut it. I'm not gonna paint you in a bad way.
Oh, thank
So I'll
God.
be sure, like, yep, that's gonna get cut out. That's gonna get cut out. And I say that like while I'm recording. Like we could be recording and be like, well, that bit's getting cut out.
it,
That's getting cut out in
it
post.
comes naturally when you've been editing for so long, Like if you hear and
Yeah,
not even just you, if you hear anybody saying something like that, you want to cut it out because it's still gonna be on your channel. But yeah,
exactly.
but no, man, that video alone is gold because the very first few minutes of the call of us making fun of Honey is what we do every day. And even though like it's not necessarily something we like to admit, I think it's hilarious how that's now cemented as something we do from now on. Yeah, but
Well, I'm glad I was able to capture that organic moment, man. I'm
it was
glad.
it was one of the most rare occurrences because you normally never enter our calls or anything or our lounge chat or whatever. So yeah, it was really fun to have you there. And when we
Thank you.
remember when we did that Mario game in the same thing in the
Mhm.
video, when we did that,
Mhm.
that was before I had hooked up an antenna to my computer so I could connect to the Wi-Fi more easily. The fact that I had really shitty internet was because the computer was pointed right to the wall, and B, I had no antenna, so I couldn't connect to the internet. But now that I have it, I'm still gonna suck at that Mario game, and I'm gonna blame the Wi-Fi anyways. So that's just. I don't need to blame myself all the time. I can make stupid excuses. It's just how it is.
I feel that.
It's just
I
how
feel that.
it's just
I
how
feel
it
that.
is. Um, I will say, I've always wanted to ask this. I don't know if I've asked this before and I just immediately forgot, but how old is the Amica Nostra community?
A year.
Are you sure it's been a year? I
Yes.
feel like I've been with you
Yes.
guys for a
I could
little over 2 years.
hold on. Well, okay, we were hanging out a little bit before then, so it may have been a few months prior.
Hmm. How? Okay,
But yeah, hold on.
so we, meaning my old family. You guys don't need to know who my old family was, but my old family. How new were we compared to the Calabreses?
Like, dude, we were a newborn baby as well.
we just we just assumed you guys have been doing this for fucking years and you have
Nah,
all the
dog.
experience. We were brand
Oh,
new.
you want to know what the experience was? Watching mob movies and The Sopranos. That was it.
And that's why Leo does his great impression of what's that guy's name? Tony Soprano, yeah.
Tony, yeah, he's a
Yeah.
prime example, bro.
Get
That's
the get the fuck
all we know
Gabagoo.
is from those shows. That's it.
How about the fact that I
Just
hate my
get the fuck
shirt?
out of here.
How about the fact that I
Dude,
hate
you
my
sounded like
shirt?
Leo there for a second. That's fucking scary.
I love Leo. I love Leo so much.
You sounded just like him
I
there for a second.
Well,
That was a
that's because
weird.
I've been hanging out with him for so long in those instances because he's just
Like,
been
like,
running
hey,
shit
but,
all the time.
It's like, how about the fact that I hate my shirt? You've been doing
yeah,
too much
well,
work.
yeah. So he's actually he's the current owner of the Mikino show. I couldn't give it the love that like it deserved, and I couldn't be there all the time for it. And I was kind of getting burnt out in VR, so
Yeah.
I wanted it to be in the hands of somebody that loved it just as much as me, and that was Leo.
Yeah. So if that is, just as new as my old family, how long have you been playing VR chat?
Oh, geez, probably since 2019.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah,
Pre-COVID, you'd
yeah,
think? Pre-COVID?
yeah. Pre-COVID. Do you remember a guy named Jaeger?
Yeah.
Yeah, him and I were running around in VR chat since like 2019. I actually met him on VR chat since 2019.
Wow. Dang.
Him and I got drunk all the time in that fucking game, bro.
How old were you in
Like,
2019? What was that?
uh,
7 years ago?
7 years ago. So I was like 19, 20
19?
years old.
Wow. Okay. So you were so would you say it was as bad as it is now or was it like a little bit better than how it is
It
currently?
was it was a little bit better. It was a lot more laid back. Like everyone had a sense of humor, and
Yeah.
like you were able to go into certain instances, troll, everyone have a laugh about it, and then you go and do your thing. But now it's all about doxing. And, like you get fucking doxed left and right. That's not.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad because that's like one of the main things that people are afraid of when they play VR chat is that someone could just, have an interest in you and then look up who you are and then just send that to you,
Yeah,
which is, pretty scary.
it's like imagine some dude walking up to you, like, "Hey, bro, how's it working at shift one at Walmart?" And you don't fucking know them.
Yeah,
Like
that is pretty scary to think about.
that's what I'm saying.
Jeez. Yeah, and like imagine like you had the most obscure name and no one would know who you were if they even tried, and then
Yeah.
someone just says your first name right to you. Yeah.
What's up, Bartholomew?
I know you're not going anywhere, Mike.
Timothy? Mike?
I know you don't think I know who you think you know who I am, Jack. Yeah.
Don't you dare leave this instance, Gerald.
Harold, there is a cow outside. There's a cow farm. You're gonna find cows outside. Oh
Yeah.
man. But man, Eddie, when we did our video together and when we ended up I wanted to bring up the Backrooms video. Did you see the Backrooms video yet that I made like a few months ago? Like a month ago?
I have not gotten a chance, but I will watch it. I do apologize.
No,
I
no,
will
no.
watch it. I will watch it.
The reason I wanted to bring it up was because the entire video was a mistake. It was an accident. It was not even supposed to happen. What happened was I joined an Amica Nostra instance, and instead of just fumbling around, hanging out with the mods all day and doing that again, Stream found a Captain Clark avatar, and he brought a few of his buddies and some of the new guys like the Pipsqueaks, and they all share the same avatar, and they ended up giving it to me. And instead of us, just toying around in the Mika Nostra instance, we decided to toy around into a Backrooms instance. And then they said, and then Stream came up to me and said, Panuka, you gotta record this, bro. This is gonna be so funny. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And I hit record, and that video just fucking took off, dude. It was hilarious. It worked out extremely well. And the sad part is, I didn't know anyone there except Stream. We had probably 5 guys who did amazing improv, hilarious jokes, did what they were supposed to do, and it just worked magically. On the same day as my 1-year anniversary on YouTube, which is amazing. A
Okay.
ginormous coincidence. June 28th, which also happens to be Markiplier's birthday. And I didn't know that when I uploaded that
Damn.
video. I didn't know that. I didn't know that when I made my
Dude,
channel. You know? The YouTube
listen.
gods blessed me.
I well, I'm not gonna preach anything, but nothing is a coincidence, brother.
It's and you know what? I'm really grateful that you say that, because a lot of people, a lot of people have complimented the video and they said it was really funny and they really loved it and it was one of my best works. And I'm so glad, because up until that point, I had been begging for a break. I had been begging for some sort of like reassurance, because up until that point, I've been posting, I've been uploading, I've been trying different editing styles, I've been trying different upload times, I've been trying everything. And literally, I could tell you like any small thing I've tried. And when that video went out, the thumbnail, amazing. The title, pretty clickable. The first 30 seconds, pretty memorable. That video took off before I could even blink. And it just like overnight, like 200. I'm like, all right, I've never had a video do that well. And then 1,000 the next day. I'm like, okay, well that's pretty nice. It's probably gonna stop right there though. Then it ended up getting to 10,000. Stream couldn't believe that shit either. And I'm not trying to gloat about my video, but the fact that it was a huge accident made it extremely more difficult for me, because I didn't even plan that, and that happened to be a huge hit. So if we did plan videos comparing ourselves to just doing improv and me accidentally recording stuff more and more, would shit work out more? We don't know. But
Improv is always better. Improv is always better.
yeah, and I agree. And I've always enjoyed improv more than script writing or script reading. And the fact that it did work out, that was great. The fact that I probably won't ever have a video hit that milestone again, at least for a while, that's just how it works. But you know what? It got me to where I am now, and I'm very happy for it. I'm very don't take that the wrong way. I'm very humble. I'm very happy for it. But yeah, it feels good. And yeah,
Sure.
when I was promoting it, Stream, he watched it, showed everyone that we were hanging out with, and it all worked out well. And when I told him the current like views on it, he didn't even know how big it was until recently, and he was just like jaw dropped. And I mean, it just worked out. But enough about me, including about myself. I'm sorry, I didn't. Yeah.
No, dude. No. No, dude, if you could see my face right now, I'm smiling ear to ear. I'm so happy to hear that, man. And honestly, dude, like I said, nothing is a coincidence. So honestly, God bless you, man. And I honestly, I hope that happens again for you, man.
I really hope it happens for all of us, because I mean, I've said this on day one when I made my channel. I don't want to do it alone. I don't ever want to make a video by myself, because it doesn't seem right. I'm not. I've tried
Right.
it. I've tried in the past to do solo let's plays. I can't. I can't talk into a camera. I can't like pretend that there's someone there. I have to have other people, which is where like a lot of Vanos comes in and it comes out. and like I can only see myself doing videos with a group or at least one other person next to me. So all of my friends and all of the crew that have helped me so far, like they deserve a lot of the credit because I would not be making videos if it wasn't for them. So yeah, I love it. I love
If
making
we had an
videos.
audience, this is where we do the round of applause for all you know.
For those of you watching the podcast, you should be on your knees, crying because
You
of
know,
how emotional and
just
amazing I am.
round of applause for everyone. Dude, friends are awesome. I hate making videos solo. I'll be honest. I hate making videos solo.
Yeah. And you know what else I really love about doing public stuff in VR chat? When when I think of VR chat, and this doesn't have to be everyone or anything at all, but when I think of VR chat, I'm thinking of, there's going to be some, exotic people on there doing stupid dances and they're going to be doing some really fucked up jokes or they're going to make me feel uncomfortable. And then I'm going to be around a bunch of people that I don't want to be around. But when I bring all of my friends into these servers and then all of these people see that, they'd rather be around us than around the people that make me uncomfortable, which really works out. And I'm very grateful for that.
It's
Because
all
now
about the vibe you give off, man.
I'm grateful for that. Honey, what do you want? If you want something, you can DM me. But anyway, I can just tell you that it's just been a huge pleasure so far to just do what I want to do. And even though I will have to slow down because I'm going to need an actual job and I'm going to need to make actual money because I don't get me wrong, I'm making money, but I'm not going to make it fast enough for me to get out of, employment or retire early, I
Wait,
should say.
you're monetized?
I am monetized. I know, right? That
Hey,
video got me monetized.
congratulations. Congratulations.
I can and
Congratulations.
I can firmly tell you all right now, I've made a whopping $25.
Hey,
But
dude.
the only
Fuck
the,
yes.
the only issue is I have to wait until I make 100 to withdraw anything.
That makes sense. That
But
makes sense.
I'll still take the money. I'll take
Yeah,
money.
no, dude, that's
I like money.
fucking awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
But yeah,
As Uncle Ben told Peter Parker, with great power comes great responsibility. Never forget that.
with great subscribers comes mountains of money.
Wait,
Yeah.
with great subscribers comes great paychecks. I'm kidding.
With great viewership comes great monetization. But
No, but
yeah,
seriously, with great power comes great responsibility, man.
it's just how it is, man. Doodle, get out of my comment section. But no, and even though like I don't do anything Amika Nostra wise anymore, and I'm pretty sure the movie that I've been filming with you and the crew, I've been slowing down on that mostly because my co-director is no longer readily available anymore because he's currently moving, and I guess I'm just like too caught up with a bunch of other shit that I can't even slip back into filmmaking anymore. I want to get back into it and I want to finish the project or at least that episode, but it's taking me a long time. And the entire episode is on my phone. So if I lose the episode, it's all over. I have the clips, but it would take an immense amount of work to form it all together. So if this goes down, I'm not going to come back. But I will say it's been great experience to, practice filmmaking as a skill. Because I mean, why not? You have to suffer through all the roughness, the stupid young actors that I've kidnapped and forced into helping me make a movie that doesn't even make any money. But you know what? It's all worth it, man. It's all worth it. It's all worth it.
You
That's
know,
it.
in my
Yeah.
in my free time, I like to make like little mini movies by myself, and doing all this stuff with you guys, like um, doing all this stuff with you guys, like with filming, it actually gives me good experience, like working and like I want to say quote unquote like on a production set, quote unquote, because it's really VR.
Yeah.
But you kind of gave me like a taste of that, so I do thank you for that.
Of course.
And I've been I've been wanting to scratch that itch for a very long time. So I'm very pumped whenever we do those films. I'm like, fuck yeah, yeah, let's go, let's go.
And I'm very happy to hear that, because when we do filmings, it takes, time, it takes effort, it takes patience, it takes improv, it takes a toll on your
Yeah,
mental well-being and your time. So when I do need people and I take all these people times, I feel guilty, like a majority of the time that they're there, because I know they could be doing like 100 other things that would be way more beneficial to them than it is to me, because we're just making a really stupid movie that probably won't even air until I get all the clips done. But
that's totally cool, dude. If it makes you feel better whenever we do this, I'm ecstatic because I love making fucking movies.
yeah,
So I love making. So whenever I'm there, I'm ecstatic. If that makes you feel better,
I
I'm having a good time whenever
I'm
I'm
glad
there.
you are, because if no one else was having a good time doing this, then I probably wouldn't have continued doing it. But
And
when we did have that meeting with most of the cast, and I told them straight up that the movie is mine to control. I'm not wasting
hmm
anyone. I'm not going to be entering the lore of Amica Nostra. I'm just copying and pasted what they currently had into that, and no one's going to die in character. No one's going to freak the fuck out and panic. Like, it's a movie. It's a stupid film
yep,
made by young adults with no lives.
dude, mobsters made movies all the time.
I know, but still, it's like we're just stupid young adults and teenagers trying to, improv a movie in VR chat. And even though I'm sure like you could have hired someone a lot better, it's just a stupid project that I did.
Oh, I do this VR stuff to help me like practice acting. So honestly, it's all good.
Funny enough, that's kind of how we got along with our friend RG. Because RG,
Yeah.
do you know who RG is? Our British friend.
No, but I've heard of them.
We, whenever we hang out with him, we always find him in an audience anarchy.
Oh, that's awesome.
So he's just been practicing and practicing and practicing all these acting skits and whatever. He's really good at it. He's gotten a hang of it, and he's actually going to be in a movie this week. Like not a triple A, but like an indie film, which is really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So Eddie, do you have any highlights of our friendship? Anything that you currently remember that we did that you enjoy a lot, other than like making the movie?
The diner
Oh, the diner. The diner, dude. When you did that to
with
me,
Mr.
when you did when you did that to me, I honestly felt like this was the end. Like, I felt like, wow. I don't know what he said or what he did, but I don't deserve this. I don't deserve getting shot up in a diner with my e-pixels exploding everywhere. Cuz when
It literally just happened to be. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, but I just want to run this by everyone. Back
Sure.
back in the early stages of the Mafia community on VR chat, if they recorded you getting killed, they counted that as your character getting offed. So when they walked up to us, like what happened was me and so got an invite to go see Eddie, and was that who was that? Veal Pondo at the
Yeah.
time, yeah. When we got an invite from them, we went over to them and we met them and we sat in the booth in this diner alone, or we assumed we were alone, and we just chatted up a bit. And then Eddie turns on his recording, and then we just hear him say, "It's been nice knowing you," and my eyes like opened a little slowly, like a little bit more, and then I realized, fuck, that's a great one-liner. And then I look over and there's like three guys with like AKs, just or just Thompsons, just aiming right at
Yeah.
us. And before I could even get out of line, I turned my head to look at so and he's fucking gone. He fucking poofed mid-air like he was a magician, and I look back at him and I'm like, "You son of a bitch!" And then they started bawling out laughing. when you were laughing, half of me still believed you were still gonna kill me off until
No.
all of you put your guns away. And I'm like, oh man, that was a
Oh,
really great time.
it
Yeah,
was. It
yeah,
was.
and
It literally
yeah.
just happened to me too. Like he pulled me into that diner and did the same shit with me, and I was like, "Fuck!" So I went back to fucking light him up, and so he was laughing. He was like, "No, it was just a prank. It was just a prank. It was just a prank, man. It was just a prank." And so we laughed about it afterwards. He goes, "Do you know who else like that we can get on?" And I looked, and you and so and so were on. I was like, "Oh, I know exactly who to bring in here."
And little did you know, it worked too well. It worked
Yes, it
way too well.
did.
Yeah, that was a really good highlight of that entire era because um like once we got comfortable around Amica Nostra and the other families, we got like in a really low zone because we did nothing but go online and sit in like public lobbies and wait for people to like take an interest in our family. And it got to a point where it felt like I would go to work for like 7 hours, come home, turn on the headset, do that for 5 hours, and then go to bed and wake up and repeat. It was bad. It was a
Yeah, it felt like a
ginormous
second
waste of
job.
time.
It felt like a second job.
Yeah, and it felt terrible because at the time it was fun. We just did stupid things all the time and we would just, have a great time doing that. And when we had so many people, like me and so and so looked at each other and we're like, dude, we're growing. Like we're starting to make everyone else seem small. And I think that was one of the moments that, really took him over. And, he's still doing it to this day. And he's like at what, over 1,000 people just doing
Yeah,
this? It's kind of nuts. Even though I'm sure like a majority of those people don't even remember joining and they're just, in the family. It's crazy to think about.
and a lot of it is like mergers too, and
Yeah. But, it's it's just what it is, but I've stepped away from it. I think you're trying to slowly separate yourself away from it as well. And
pretty much like 50%.
you can't really hate yourself for that because giant it's a giant part of time that you currently have wasted. And you can't really say spent because even if there's so many memories connected to Amica Nostra and you made all these different friends and you've had all these different memories on
Yeah.
the game, it's still just a group. And you guys pretend to be mafia role players, and you know what, I can still say the same because that's what I wasted a lot of time on too, was being a part of a stupid pixel mafia. but
Well,
it,
yeah, and
but it
even
was,
though I don't
yeah,
play VR anymore, I still try to like remain active in the community itself. Like I still try to like to say hi or do what I can.
yeah, and it's fun. You can't deny that some parts are really fun to do and some parts are really not.
Oh, very much so.
But yeah, that's just what goes. So Eddie, do you think VR chat will be better in the future, or do you think it's all going to be the same slop from now on?
I think it's gonna be the same slab, brother.
Yeah,
I think it's just I think it's like a recycle, repeat, like Vince. You know,
yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say.
and it's weird because we evolved from Ugandan knuckles, like raiding servers for fun, to nothing but the sex appeal, and
Yeah,
then we have doxers, and then we have people age regressing that don't even age regress in real life. We've got people that cheat on husbands and boyfriends on pixels to another person that lives all across the nation or the globe. And to me, VR chat, even though it's my main source of content, and even though it's the main thing that I go to when I'm trying to, make a video, it sucks. It's terrible because the majority of the time that I go on to just talk to someone, you will find at least one of those things I just listed in a public instance, and it's sad. It sucks, but that's just what the game is now. It's not even worth playing to me. Unless you have like really good friends on all the time, unless you have like safety issues that are resolved easily, but man, it is terrible.
Yeah.
It is
You could
sad.
just be chilling and have some dude in a Uganda Knuckles avatar and walk up and be like, I know what school you go to.
We went from "Do you know the way" to "I know your name is Justin."
He just walked up and was like, you know the way? Yeah. I know you go to Midtown High. And leaves.
Do you know the way to where? Midtown High. Where you go? Like, oh,
He's like, wait, that's my school. Yeah, I
wait,
know.
wait.
Jonathan.
I will. I'll say. I don't remember how I friended this guy, but when someone said, "I know where you live," he put his entire home address. You know, like that text thing you can have above your head.
Yeah.
He put that. He put his whole address right there and said, "Come visit me." You know why he said that?
Mm.
He lives in a small rural city in Indiana with a population of 700. Ain't no one swatting that house. I'm sorry. You could catch me slipping. You could catch me fucking like unarmed. I'm never going to where you live in the 700 populated city, dude. I'm sorry, but you know what? He made a fair point. I know where you live. Well, guess what? I dare you to come get me because you have to drive all the way through here to here to here to here. Like, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not.
So
I'm
he's
not.
like, yeah, come visit me. You want me to pay for your gas too? It's like,
Yeah. You need some money on the way there, man? You want to get a sody pop on the way to come kick my ass? I dare you. I dare you. Because by the time you show up, you're going to be exhausted from the drive alone. Imagine living in a town so small that not even your ops want to come get you. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to Newport, South Carolina with a population of 12. You got it, bro. You win. I'll see you on Fortnite. We'll settle it there.
That's hilarious.
I'm sorry, man, but I'm not going. I'm not going. You can't make me. Jesus,
Oh,
man.
that's so funny, dude.
But
Oh my god.
he made a good point. Yeah, you can dox me all you want. You still have to come get me.
You still have to drive all the way to my fucking house.
Good luck going to Newport, South Carolina, man. Good luck. It's not. You can't even Google it. It's that small. Oh
funny.
man, yeah.
Oh my god.
But I will say, all in all, the main thing that I did when I got my headset for the first time was do the mafia thing. And when I did the mafia thing, even though this is gonna sound cheesy, I did learn a few things. I should say one, I did learn that there are some really good people on VR chat. You just have to go look for them. And even though a lot of the time you're gonna meet some pretty shitty people, people that don't care about you, or just people that don't deserve to have any friends at all, there are some good people in the game.
100%.
I did learn a lot about safety and security. Like, even though you claim to be this big shot character that you created with your own glitz and glamour, you do have to understand that it doesn't matter. No matter what you say, no matter how many kills, quote unquote, your character has, it doesn't matter.
It don't fucking matter.
You're just another player in a fish bowl of other players, in an ocean of players. 50,000 concurrent players every day on VR chat. Number 3, you have to understand. Number 3,
You're just another fish in the sea, bro.
Number 3, take some time away from the game. Sure, you might have a great time, and even though you enjoy it, it's not healthy to be on your headset every day for more than 3 hours at a time. Because at that stage,
No,
you're
it
just
is not.
you're just not. Because like, even a cell phone is bad for your eyes. All the dopamine that you're intaking at once. The chronic addiction to check your phone every 10 seconds that you're not looking at it. It's pretty bad. So not only is that bad, but you're strapping what seems to be an even bigger cell phone to your face. So now you're just feeding your eyes dopamine signals like 24/7 until you take it off. And what's even worse about that? Some people sleep on the game.
Yeah, dude, I don't know how people do that.
It seems so uncomfortable, doesn't
I
it?
can't. I don't understand how people do that. Like, how can you fall asleep with this fucking like 5 pound thing on your face that is
Yeah.
like hot as shit?
And yeah, and the eye motion sickness. Oh my god. Ugh.
Yeah.
And you know what? I actually tried to experiment on myself once because I stayed up until like 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what if I try to fall asleep? So I laid on my couch with it strapped to my face. It was burning hot and it burnt my eyes. Like, it's so bright no matter where you go. Like, if it's a dark room, sure. But at the same time, it hurts. It hurts your eyes because it's a television strapped to your face. It sucked. I don't know how people do it. And obviously, the main thing you can take away from, this whole episode is that we all started at different parts. Like, some YouTubers, they just hop on, know what they're doing, and just bam, they're already where they are. I've done a lot on my channel that a lot of people haven't seen behind the scenes. Like, if you're just a newer viewer and you're a big fan of my channel, obviously, if you start at the beginning, it's just like, wow, this guy is wearing Vanoss at first, and his camera's kind of fucked up. But every single video that I've posted has gotten increasingly better in development. It's gotten better with quality, quantity, the people that I take on that I know I can trust, and it's a start to finish. And in between that start to finish, I was a part of Amica Nostra. And even though I don't do a lot for them anymore, I was a part of it. And, that's all I can say about that. But I will say, Eddie, you are probably one of the most ingenious people that I've met. You're pretty smart. You're an intelligent guy. You know what you're doing, and you are extremely creative. Because when I saw you guys started putting in stock markets and shit along with the currency, that just spiked through the fucking roof of how big this thing
Yeah.
you're trying to make, which is great.
Yeah, that was all me because I was really getting into economics at the time. Like I literally have like books and books and books based off on economics, and I guess I have like an autism for it, dude. I just really like it, and so I was trying to. I I know a lot of people got confused, but my ultimate goal was it for it to be a learning lesson. Like I want you to like to do it, be like, oh, I think I kind of understand that. That was my goal, but a lot of people kind of like got confused, which rightfully so, I understand. But I was trying to implement things that I was learning at the exact same time.
Which is really cool. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I was
And
trying to make it an education thing.
yeah, and you know what? It turned out pretty well for some of your people because they're worth like what, $1 billion, $1 trillion. Some of those people are billionaires in a fucking Amica Nostra group, which is nuts.
Yeah, a lot of it is a lot of it. So there's two sides of Amiga Nostra, and I wanted to try to show that. So a lot of when it comes to organized crime, it doesn't just list like mafias. It goes to like corporations and like governments too. So organized crime is organized crime. So
Right.
I was trying to have a mafia organized crime and a corporate organized crime too. So that's why there's mafia families and there's corporations too.
That's kind of
And so
cool.
and they were constantly butting heads with each other, which is kind of what I wanted, but a lot of people got carried away with it and really got like pissed off with it. But I wanted it to be two separate sides. You had the corporate organizations and you had the mafia organizations, and they were either working together or they were butting heads.
I see. Wow.
Yeah,
That's really cool. Because now, most of it makes sense, which is really nice.
yeah. So the Calabreses were the bankers of Amica Nostra. So we were the Rothschild. So we had the Commission Network, which was, you ever hear of the company called BlackRock?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So so that's what the Commission Network is in Amico. It's pretty much based off of BlackRock.
I see. Wow.
Yeah.
So you really
So
you really thought it all
yeah,
out.
I did, bro. So part of Amica Nostra's the whole but like politics, and people didn't realize it. I turned it from a democracy to a corporatocracy, to where the politics prioritize corporations over the people, and nobody fucking noticed.
Wow.
Nobody fucking noticed. And so that's how I was able to get corporations to vote for the mayor, and how I was able to do like lobbies for different mayor positions. That's how Calabrese's got the most seats in mayor positions. It was because nobody fucking noticed.
Yeah. It's like paying attention to the really small hints and details. Yeah, that's really cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And there's so many freaking gray areas. Like if you look into the like the bank, I'm not going to expose much because then people are going to really go into it. But yeah, there's a lot of hidden stuff that people didn't pay attention to.
Yeah. And I think with your level of creativity when it comes to making groups and it's coming to like, forming a ginormous community and then you're collaborating with even more people outside of the community, you can really make like a really awesome role play style game. I think if we had like the funding or anything, I think I would put you in charge of making a mafia styled RPG game, like Mafia Online.
Dude,
That'd be dope.
dude, I would so fucking do it. I would do like GTA meets the Mafia games, like GTA Online meets the Mafia
Oh,
games.
that'd be dope.
Eh,
Yeah.
Dude, or imagine like a Mafia style like game, but like instead of it being like the what are the families in the Mafia games?
The
The like the Salieri's.
yeah, yeah,
So instead of working for the
Scaletta's,
Salieri's,
whatever.
you're working for the Galvanos.
Yeah. You know, and we we've both played GTA before. Did you play Saints Row at all?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think when we're thinking about games such as a mafia styled RPG, free roam style game, I think it would be cool if it was just an all out 24/7 battle for like land locations. Like in GTA San Andreas back when, did you play San Andreas at all?
Yeah, all of them.
Remember when you could do gang wars and it was like you versus the Ballas and Vagos, and like the map would be
Yeah.
green, purple, yellow, whatever. That would be really cool if it was an online free world like style. Like if you spend a certain amount of time in a certain area and you make like certain people give up their land, that'd be dope. But imagine like
So it's
corporations
funny
and
that
shit.
yeah, it's funny that you're saying that because we tried doing that in Amico.
Really?
Yeah, we were trying to implement like gang wars. That's why there's territories now. That was all Leo's idea.
I would love to see like actual role players in Amica Nostra because I hate to say this, there are some really good role players in there that could take jokes and that could take like the real actual things they're trying to do. But a lot of the time they just, they shoot a little bit, run away, hide, shoot a little bit, run away, hide. Like they don't get into the character at all. Like they don't try. They just remain like the quiet, mysterious type that doesn't do anything. I would love a bad guy with some character. And I think that's what some people in the server were trying to do, but they just gave themselves away so often, which sucks, but it's
Yeah,
true.
and I've definitely spoken about that with like Leo, and I think one of the biggest issues is attendance and participations. I think we can come up with so many creative things to do to get the community sparking again, but I think ultimately it comes down to attendance and participation
Yeah,
because people
activity.
just want to do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I can see that. But man, I really do think that Amica Nostra has been and should be more recognized in the VR chat community because when you look at other people in VR chat, obviously we already listed so many of them, but role players are another huge thing in VR chat. Like role playing is like a third, I think, of the entire VR chat community. So when you compare like the best mafia communities, Amica Nostra is definitely near the top because when you're thinking about styles of role play, Amica Nostra has it all. Like it has the corporations, it has the lands, it has the maps, it has the characters, it has everything you possibly need. The only issue is getting enough people to be a part of it for so long. I certainly think that
exactly.
I certainly think that if you look at other mafias in there, you've got people like Gambino. And like the Gambinos, they're huge. Like they're humongous. Like I've been in some instances where you see nothing but Gambinos. Like there's 27 of them in one
Hmm.
instance alone. They're huge. But I don't think they have the fundamentals of the role play system down. Because when someone tries to go up against them, they either get doxxed, they either get like cleared off and hacked into, or they just get straight up murked and they just lie to their face like, "Oh, we killed you," and they're like, "But you didn't record or have any proof or anything." It's like, "No, we killed you," and it sucks. That's when
Yeah,
Amika
and
Nostner comes in.
I know I've definitely said this to you guys in the past, but it's definitely only it comes down to quality over quantity. You can have 1,000 people, but how many of those 1,000 people are actually gonna like role play with you or do anything with you? They're just there for the numbers.
Right. Yeah, and even though you're stat padding and you're trying to make your stuff like this really big
Amika,
hunk of
yeah,
family, it's not going to work out, well enough if none of them show up. And that's just how it goes in that kind of situation. But yeah,
exactly.
and I will say before we end it off, Eddie, I would love it, and I mean this well, I would love it if you fucking did more videos with me, you bastard. I've been trying to get a hold of you, but I know that you're getting married next month and that you're really busy with like literally everything else. But I would love it if we did more videos together because you are hilarious and I would love to have you. I would love to have you. But yeah, do you have any final remarks before we have to end it here?
Um, well, I am working on something on the side project, which I will announce on the main channel soon. I'm currently working out like a script for that video.
Yeah.
But I have a second channel called Sandbox Studios where I'm making my own like personal projects. So I used to post my like mini movies on Eddie Eddie, but I'm realizing that's not the niche of the channel. So I'm separating the two. So Sandbox Studios is where you'll see more of like serious cinematic projects, and then Eddie Eddie will be the continued funny moment stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, Sandbox Studios.
That's right, people. Eddie and Sandbox Studios, both of which can be found in the description. So, thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me, Eddie. Hopefully, everyone watching currently checks you out. I really hope that we get to do more in the future. And we'll see you all next
Yes,
time.
sir.
Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone.
Take it easy.
Don't stare at me.